Hello, movie trivia Schmoedown fans. Welcome back to A Certain Point of View. It is the crew. We are here. We are excited for another main show. And as you can see, no Molly Damon tonight. She is off doing some things with friends, Zoom hangouts and stuff like that. And
Zoom Christmas.
Yeah. So it's the only night that she was able to do so. And she'll be back this week for some other stuff POV related. But for now, it's just the three of us. We got Jill, we got Brian, we got myself, and we're here to talk some very interesting stuff with the Schmoedown Awards being the talk of the town inside the Schmoedown recently. And we're going to kind of run through each and every category and just talk about the nominations that were listed, as well as the nominations we think are going to become official, and possibly even reveal our winners. So we'll get into that. But for now, Jill, you're eating a what?
It's a pizzelle.
Got it. That's a fancy word for a cookie, right?
It's an Italian cookie. I made them today. I'm trying to make it into the shape of the Millennium Falcon. We'll see how I go.
Now I can see it after that.
Now you can kind of see it.
After that bite, I can see the cockpit after that bite.
I'm trying.
Yeah. Now good luck getting the escape pod out of there.
Oh no.
I mean, maybe she'll
Oh,
just
No, that's right.
She'll just go solo Millennium Falcon. Don't touch it.
Yeah, that's solo Millennium Falcon.
That's a solo Millennium Falcon.
Well, now it's
now it's nothing.
It's the Death Star 2.
Yeah, it's just destroyed. It's gone. What is up, everybody in the chat? We got a lot of people here hanging out with us. We love seeing all the comments, guys. Make sure you guys are doing it throughout the show because we're going to be talking about a lot of interesting things. And if you have a certain opinion or comment on a certain award, just save it until we get to that. Don't
you
tweet
have
it out
a
now.
certain point of view.
There you go. We want to make sure we get all your comments when we talk about that certain award. And we're going to get to all of them today. We're going to talk about them all. So save those comments until we get there. Also, if you guys have any questions about the awards or certain categories or thoughts, you guys can hit that Streamlabs link. See it right above me. It's in the description below. You can send us some Streamlabs, excuse me. And we'll be taking them throughout the show. And if you have them something specific towards a certain award, we'll save it for that specific award. That way we don't waste it. Before we get there, we do have one Streamlabs that did come in. I want to get to before we start, because it's not really related to any of the awards. Kylie, thank you as always for the donation. Really appreciate it. And she said,
"Thank you.
Hey everyone. So last week I think you guys went a little too heel on Brian.
Never.
So I think you should all apologize to Brian in your best accent of Brian's choice. By the way, can't wait for the watch along tomorrow. By the way, LA lost to the Jets. Shame, LA. Go Giants."
Oh, womp womp. That's football.
I don't think anyone's an LA fan, so.
My friend, is it the Chargers? My friend works for the Chargers.
I mean, there's two, but.
Or is it the Rams?
But I
know
Rams.
the teams. We have
the Rams lost.
The Rams lost.
Got it.
Yeah.
I like this. Brian, give us an accent. One that I can hopefully do.
German, English.
I can't do German. No, I cannot do
English.
Reefton's going to kill me.
I specifically picked your heritages.
I don't know a German.
Okay, I'll do. Brian, I'm so terribly sorry that we were such jerks to you when we had to be heels, and I hope you can forgive me deep down in your heart. Although I really don't think I actually said anything really that negative. I think it was kind of, all hunky-dory and good times. So cheers, mate. I hope you don't hate me.
See, she liked hers. She liked hers.
Oh, man.
Just start yelling. That's what I would assume for German.
Reefton, don't kill me, man. Please don't kill me.
Just
why? What do you want?
I don't even. No. I'm not. It's not that because we reacted differently last week when we were talking about German accents. And certain someone inside the Schmoedown. I don't even know how to like pronounce like a German accent. It's so
just
Reefton says you have to at least try.
Just be like the Flirtenflaus.
The Flirtenflaus. Don't do the flouse, says Reefton.
Do not do the flouse.
Do you want me to give you a different country?
No, I'm just. Can someone talk in German so I can get an idea?
All
of
I
what
can
it sounds
think
like?
of is when in the producers, the Will Ferrell character. That's the only one that's the only thing I can think of.
I always add like Z's to everything. Like, what I need
Brian.
to send
Oh my
the Germans, like that type of stuff, like where they emphasize everything.
I apologize.
That's more Austrian, but I'll give that. I'll give you that.
It's close. It's close.
We'll allow it.
Close enough.
I'll allow it.
No, Chuck, I'm not going to get offensive here, especially with recon in the chat. I can't do it. I just can't do
Yeah.
it. Okay. I did want to get to one comment though. This is interesting. I'm gonna have to go back and watch this. I haven't watched it yet. Apparently, we got called out by Brad Gilmore.
Because of our impressions.
I think so.
Oh fuck.
I think so.
What do you say, Brian?
Yeah, let us know, Brian, in the chat. I think it might have been because of our Kylie comment about impressions on Brad.
It was probably me because I was the one that actually like went in.
I just did sound. I just went. Brr, 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 brr.
Yeah, you did. You literally just went. Bah, 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 bah.
All right, let's get to this because we do have a lot of awards to get to. There's a lot of awards that'll probably come down to some big conversations.
And these are just voting for just the nominees.
Yeah, so tomorrow the official ballots will come out for the official nomination list will come out. It'll be dwindled down to 5 nominations per category except for match of the year, which will come down to 10. And so tomorrow, I believe Christian said, is when we'll see the official list of nominations. Right now, we're just looking at the list of nominations for the nominations. And so it's kind of just going to be an open conversation about who we think is going to be nominated, plus maybe revealing who we think is going to win. And this will definitely come back up because Christian actually revealed just about an hour ago that the awards are going to take place on Tuesday, January 15th.
Not 19th.
Yeah, not 19th according to our Twitter. I don't know who put that out there, but they typoed that.
Only one person has
January 15th is when the official awards will be there. And so we'll definitely be talking about that before then, especially when Molly comes back. She'll have a chance to talk about it as well. But for now, let's get into this. The first one, and we're going through the survey that was put out on the Facebook group and Twitter and everything. The first one that pops up is Player of the Year, which is a big one. Obviously, it'll be saved for later in the actual award ceremony itself. But we're going to start with it. And the current list of names include Jeff Snyder, Adam Collins, Dan Murrell, Chance Ellison, Chandru Dandapani, Brendan Meyer, William Bibbiani, Andres Cabrera, and Mark Andraco. Thoughts on Player of the Year? Maybe a couple of people that you think are guaranteed nominations, and maybe even reveal if you want to reveal a winner.
I will say for me, this is overall Player of the Year, correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
For me, Player of the Year has to be somebody who isn't just like in one division. I'm also
which there's only.
Does someone hear an echo? I hear an echo.
Yeah, I do.
It might be my mic does it every once in a while.
And I have headphones.
There's only one player officially on the list that is a single division. The other player actually played one match inside another division. I'm referring to Chandru IG. Ace did Star Wars, but he had the one IG match.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else flickered back and forth between divisions.
For me, I don't remember who I voted for, but I think I had Jeff, Adam, Collins, Dan Murrell. Who else was on there?
So we have Snyder, Collins, Murrell, Ellison, Chandru, Brendan, Bibbs, Ace, and Andraco.
Was Chance on there?
Chance is on there.
I think I voted for Chance too. That might have been mine.
So the ones that I picked Snyder, Collins, Murrell, Ellison, and I went with Ace. I understand that Chandru won the belt and he defended it as well.
Better to do overall Player of the Year. I'm sorry.
But for me, I also took into account how many matches people played.
Mm-hmm.
And all of those players that I named, they all played close to 10 matches all year. And they were flickering between divisions. Ace had what, 5 Star Wars matches and a 6 IG. Chance was in between team singles and IG. Dan was teams and singles. Adam went 6-0 in singles and had his 2 team matches. And and then Snyder was all over the place.
Mhm.
And it's nothing against Chandru, but I really do think that it's a little. I think it's more deserving if you play more matches because you're constantly trying and to have the records they have as well. None of those are losing records by any means. They all like 2-1, 3-1, 5-2, whatever it may be. It wasn't like a 1-1 season or a 2-1 season or something. They were all very heavily. The ratio was good. So I think that those 5 for me are the most deserving out of the entire group.
Mhm.
I actually only did 4 nominated, and I went Jeff, Adam, Dan, and Andres. I left Chance and Chandru off of it.
Why did you? I want to know why you left Chance off of it.
I don't know. I think maybe because I guess Chance did have a good one. Yeah, those ones are guaranteed.
Yeah.
I mean the reason why I asked Brian is because he won the IG tournament.
No, I know he won the
team's belts.
Yeah, he won the. Oh, that's right. They did the.
Mhm.
Well, oh, that's right. They did. Yeah, I keep forgetting they won it, and it wasn't just the loss to Shazam. Okay, so then I probably should have put Chance with it too.
It's okay. We forgive you.
Yeah, he played so many more matches. Chandru only did the title match.
He had
correct?
2 matches. No, he did
Two?
Smets, and then Spectacular.
And then Chance.
So there's the 2 of them.
Okay. So
yeah. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah. So, 2 is just so. 2 is just so little. Like, you can. And I'm not discrediting the fact that he beat Smets and he beat.
This is what I was. He beat.
That's right. Hannah was this season.
Yeah, I was wondering because I remember him having a studio.
Oh, that's right.
He had a studio match earlier this year, so he played 3.
You could put him in there too. He can definitely be in that conversation.
I think he will be.
I think he will be too, but I think stacked next to Snyder, Collins, Merle, Ellison, who played so many matches, just those 4 alone. It's hard to justify him winning said category. So he could definitely be in the nomination category. There's no doubt about that.
We all agree that it's probably a 3-headed race, right?
Correct.
Merle, Snyder, and Collins.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would. I don't know if I would also put. I think I would have Chance in there too, though. Personally, I think he deserves to be there. But
to your point, he went he went 4-1 in IG. I want to bring this back up. Where'd it go?
How many matches did he play just total?
A lot.
He played 5, 7, 8. He played 10 matches this year.
Okay, so just on numbers alone, that should be. He went math skills 7 and 3 in a year.
Math skills,
that's pretty good. Yeah,
7 and 3 in 3 divisions.
In 3 divisions.
So
that's big.
Yeah, definitely there.
There's a reason why Chancey 3 belts was a conversation at the beginning of the season.
True.
I think I do want to bring up a question here from one of our commenters, Leo, another Leo, not Leo Logan, but Leo Bergmiller here. People should consider Damon. He TKO'd Star Wars Tournament winner at Spectacular and kept the belt and went 3-1 in IG.
Yeah.
I don't know if he would make the official nominations, but it's interesting that he's not even on the list.
I'm surprised he's not on the list.
Yeah, because he played. And granted, we've had the conversations before about him only playing 1 Star Wars match a year because he has the belt. That's just how it played out this year. But he ventured into IG and he did really well. Yes, he got KO'd by Kalinowski, but Kalinowski is Kalinowski. I'm very surprised he actually wasn't on the overall list.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I wouldn't nominate him.
I wouldn't.
Neither would I.
Love you, Alex, but I would. I'm going to speak for Alex. He wouldn't have picked himself either.
Yeah,
but the fact that he wasn't even on the overall list was kind of surprising to me. But I would give the front runner to those 4 to Colin, Snyder, Merle, and Chance Ellison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me,
and it's a toss up between Chandru and Ace for that final spot, I would imagine.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
probably. Yeah.
All right, let's go and shift to the next one here. Sticking with the player of the year stuff, we're going to the singles player of the year. This one has a big list of names. And this one is Adam Collins, Dan Murrell, Jeff Snyder, Liz Shannon Miller, Ethan Irwin, Barbarian, Brennan Meyer, Ben Bateman, Bibbs, Roca, Riley, and Stacey Howard. If I'm remembering correctly, I did Collins, Murrell, Snyder, Liz, and the kid were my 5.
I think I might have done that exact same.
Yeah, I think I did those 5.
You said the kid too?
Mhm.
Yeah, I think he was my 5th.
I think for me, my 5th was either Bibbs or the kid. I think it might have been the kid, though.
I think I only did 4. And it was the first 4, which was Collins, Murrell, Snyder, and Liz. And
Yeah, the first 4 were a lock for me. Like,
yeah,
it was a no-brainer.
I was like, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, it was a no-brainer. Then it was a toss-up for me between the kid, Bateman, and Bibbs. And the only thing that swayed me more towards the kid is how he played against Dan Murrell at the very beginning of the year.
And for me, too, it was his overtime match with Adam Collins.
That, too. That comes into play a little bit later on, too. That'll come back in one of the nominations as well. That as well. But I also took into account how well he played against Dan for the first match of the year, going farther than Bibbs did in that match too, because that was a singles match. It wasn't a teams match.
Yeah.
And I felt like he had that edge over Bateman, even though Bateman had the title shots and he held the belt and stuff. He played more than Bateman did. So
did Bateman win this season at all?
he beat Dan for the belt. No,
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
Right.
No, he lost the belt.
He lost the belt.
Someone correct us. I don't think he did win.
I don't think he won a match this season.
No, because he played. Yeah, he played the live event in Atlanta. He lost with Who's the Boss. So he lost against Dan in Atlanta. He lost the belt in Atlanta.
He beat Guy. Okay, that one doesn't count.
Okay, I mean,
I don't even count that match.
fair. He beat Guy.
Oh God, yeah, that's not even that hot.
Well, he won one, but he lost.
Odd Couple. Did he beat the Odd Couple? Did him and Riley beat the Odd Couple?
Give me a second. I'll pull it up.
Was that earlier this year?
In the teams tournament?
He has played Murrell, Andrew, and Dan. Lost twice to Murrell, beat Andrew, and
so they must have played the Odd Couple and won earlier this year. Then
they won the Odd Couple at the beginning of the year and lost to Shazam.
So Ben Bateman won 2 matches this
season. So he went 2-2 this year. He
only played 4 matches this season?
No, he went 1, 2.
Is that
2 and 5?
He played 7 matches this year?
No.
Oh, excuse me. 2 and 3. My math skills.
Oh,
this is going to be a thing.
Because he wasn't in the singles tournament. Which is why I said something.
Yeah, 2 and 3. Sorry, my math skills. This shit show.
Anyway, what I was saying is, for me, playing more matters to me, and the kid was all over the place this year, which is why he kind of swept up that final spot for me.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it is the singles player of the year, so you have,
and that's right. That's
I agree with what Canada's saying that you shouldn't count.
And that's exactly what Canada just said.
Mm-hmm.
So he's 1 and 2 with that win against Guy,
womp womp.
Which,
I think Brendan is the same thing. He's 1 and 2, but he had great matches.
But he went into overtime. Yeah, like he had
against the now singles champion.
Exactly. Yeah.
And he took the previous singles champion down to the wire.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would think that, again, going back to player of the year, at least
Brendan played 4. He's
played
2
4
and
matches.
2.
Okay, cool.
2 and 2. Lost to Dan, and well, he didn't lose to Bibbs, but that match. Lost to Dan, lost to Adam, beat Alonzo, beat Andraco.
That's right. He beat Andraco too.
TKO'd Andraco.
That's right.
To this, I just don't think Ethan was as good as the others. Personally,
I don't.
I mean, he was good, but I don't think he was great.
He definitely didn't have a bad season. I don't think he. Hi, Sean. I think he 5-2 this season.
Was that singles though? I mean, oh yeah, he was in the tournament. That's correct. He was in the tournament. But we also got to say he did have a slight. He had that upper corner.
He went 3-2.
He was in that upper corner of the tournament that had a little bit of an easier road than most.
Mm-hmm.
And Brian, you can probably run down who he played.
He went 3-2, lost to Merle, beat Vinny, beat Zipper, beat Tom, lost to Snyder, and I mean, we're not counting the horror one.
Yeah, so. And it's nothing against those players, but Snyder faced the Oyamas and the Rileys and those players down in the bottom corner. Collins was on the left-hand side of the bracket as well over there. Bibbs ended up getting knocked out early on the bottom half of the bracket. So, to me, Ethan had the easiest road in that tournament. Some other players play a little bit harder competition all year long for me, personally.
Yeah, I think Adam had the most difficult route personally that whole tournament, and then he dominated. But for me, I think my mind is just so set on the fact that Adam is just going to win this.
Yeah,
like I don't see how you could not vote for Adam Collins for Singles Player of the Year. Like I don't understand how you could justify him not winning.
Oh, never mind. God, this is going to be an ongoing thing with me tonight.
It's all good. So it's right here what Leo said. During the studio matches, he did beat Snyder and he did beat Roca.
Yeah, he's played 7 total.
So I will say this about this. Snyder is a fair comment. Roca was not the player we expected Roca to be.
No.
He wasn't. He was not Roca all year long.
Roca would be the first person to admit that.
He wasn't. And to me, that's not like a big W to put on his resume. I mean, Roca got TKO'd in the tournament. So, I mean, I'll give you Snyder. I'll give it Snyder. And more than likely, Ethan will make this list. He'll more than likely make the nominations.
Yeah.
The mass audience, and especially from what our commenters are saying, he's going to be that at least the 4th person to make the list on top of Collins, Merle, and Snyder.
He'll be in the 5.
I really do think that Liz Shannon Miller deserves a spot on this.
I think so too.
Awesome this year when given the chance. But I do think that Ethan more than likely will make the top 5 nomination list.
I agree.
Yeah. Same.
All right, let's go ahead and move on. Let's see. The next one. Keep the comments coming, guys, too. You guys can counter us all you want. Upset of the year. Upset of the year. And again, this is a big list, so I'm going to name them off really quick, and we can go through them again. So we have Perry beats Kalinowski. Ace beats Laura Kelly. Collins beats Roca. Chance beats Parker. Ace beats Demolanta. Liz Shannon Miller beats Bibbs. Alex Damon beats Hannah and IG. Deep 13 beats Tom and Paul to begin the year. Zipper beats Paul Preston. Final Exam beats Founding Fathers. Brett beats Bonnie. And Snyder beats Ethan in the singles tournament. Excuse me. Thoughts on this one? This is a little shake up here. I feel like this is going to be a little different.
This one was a little tough for me. I think I had Zipper beats Preston, both Andre beats Laura and Andre beats Demolanta. Was Collins beat Roca on there?
Yep.
Yeah.
That was mine too. I forgot what my 5th one was. I don't remember what my 5th one was, but then I definitely voted for those 4.
Go ahead, Brian. Go ahead.
I know I had Perry.
Perry over Mike. Okay, I had Perry over Mike too.
I know I had Perry. I know I had Ace. I know I had Collins. Ace again. And I think my last one was Miller beating Bibbs.
I agree with this one.
Brett's will be up there.
Brett beats Bonnie is on the list. Yeah.
You think you'll be in the top 5?
Mm-mm.
I don't think so either.
No, because it was a surprising win, but to me that wasn't really like an upset. Like
No.
Like, sure, like of course, like we didn't expect Brett to be like this great player, but Bonnie's never really like been like this stellar player either. You know, they kind of play on the same playing field a little bit. I do agree with what people are saying though. I think both ace matches are in there.
Mhm.
Oh, I put both ace matches.
I think they're a lock. Beating Demolanta and beating Laura Kelly, I think those are two
Yeah.
are an absolute
Yeah.
lock.
I put those two for sure, and I still my personal favorite upset of the year, and this is my nomination when they get nominated, is Ace over Laura, because I was just like, what?
Yeah.
Like I
I
expected
think
her to
that
win.
match solidified that Ace was like.
Yeah,
So-
and I'm not saying anything against him being Demolanta, but like once he beat Laura, then I was like, oh, he has a chance of beating Demolanta. So I think for me, it was that very first one where it's like, oh crap, like he's already taken out Quevedo, Ken, and then Laura, and now we're going against for the championship. So to me, with the ace ones, the Laura is a step above, because that was the one that really shook me, where I was like, oh shit, like he's gonna win this whole thing.
So I want to make sure I say this as well. Christian also said today that competitors who have two nominations in the same category have the choice of just selecting one of them to be nominated in case votes get split. So in the case of Ace, if say both of his matches get nominated, he can look at it and say, okay, I want this one to be on the official list and leave out the other one.
Mhm.
I mean, he lost to Laura off one question, played a perfect game.
He beat Laura, not lost, right? He beat
Laura.
Sorry, I meant to say beat. And then it was literally a number.
Yep.
9 or 10, and
Yep.
that was the whole entire game. So
Yeah, I think that
that has been my favorite the whole entire year. Nothing has even hit that one.
I think the four that are an absolute lock are Perry beats Mike, Ace beats Laura, Ace beats Demolanta, and Collins beats Roca. Those are probably the four that are definitely locked. Now it's an absolute toss up. I see some people saying, Brett beats Bonnie because of the just the fun of it. Some people are saying D13 and Tom and Paul because of the hype between Tom and Paul coming into the
They
year.
were hyped.
They were number one and number two pick in the draft, and they got beat by Deep 13, who ended up being a really good team. But on paper, Tom and Paul probably should have won the match. And then some people are debating in the chat as well. Do we think that the Chance Parker match can be considered an upset?
I think definitely with the way that Parker was hyped up, definitely.
Yeah, it's definitely considered an upset. I don't know if it is. It's not going to win.
I don't think it would win. No,
It might be the fifth one in, but there's so many good ones in there.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's one of the five, but I don't think it's going to win.
Yeah,
I think the fifth one comes down to three matches. Chance and Parker, Liz and Bibbs,
Yeah, that was a big one too.
and Deep 13, and then Tom and Paul. That match. I think Liz and Bibbs has a good chance of getting in there because it was only the second round of the tournament.
Yeah.
It was very early on.
Yeah, it's who knows.
And if I'm not mistaken, oh no, never mind. It was the second match. Yeah, second match for Bibiani is what I was trying to say.
It was both their second match.
Well, I think it might have been Liz's third because Bibbs had a bye, didn't he?
Well,
With the play-in matches, technically.
No, wasn't that just his one after they played in?
Maybe, dude. There's been so much stuff I forget how it worked.
When did Zipper beat Parker? Are
Erickson?
you talking about Zipper beating Paul? Brian? Not Paul.
Yeah, I think Paul Preston. Yeah, I think
because that's what I picked on mine was Zipper beating Paul Preston.
Yeah, Zipper beats Preston is on here. Zipper beats Preston.
I picked that one on one of my five.
Yeah. But like I said, for me, there's nothing that's touched for me the Ace and Laura one.
I do think it'll come down to probably three matches, actually, Roca and Collins has a sneaky chance of winning, but I feel like it'll either be an ace match or it'll be Perry beating Kalinowski because that was big. Like that was big.
Yeah, that was huge.
First round of the tournament, not expecting that.
I won't count out Collins beating Roca just because like
we had no idea who he was at that point.
Yeah, that was right after a play-in, and it was like, okay, this guy won his play-in, and then it was like, oh, holy crap!
And he not only did he
TKO'd him,
TKO'd Roca, like that was insanity.
Yeah,
no one saw that coming.
Yeah,
no. So yeah.
Hey, Tristan. All right, let's go and shift gears here. Team of the Year is the next one that pops up. Team of the Year. So we have Odd Couple, Shazam, Final Exam, Who's the Boss, Corruption, Founding Fathers, Deception, The Pride, and Deep 13.
I just put Deception down 5 times.
That doesn't surprise me.
Not surprised.
No, I actually did vote. I voted Deception, Odd Couple, Final Exam, Shazam, and Corruption, I think.
Yeah.
Might have had Founding Fathers in there.
So
I don't remember.
Like most categories, there's going to be like a number of locks. I think that there's 4 absolute locks in this case. You have the team who beat or you have 3 teams who won the belt this year. 3 teams who won the belt. Odd Couple, Shazam, and Corruption. They all won the belt at some point during this year. Then you have the team who was making waves all year long and lost in the team tournament final and Final Exam. So I think that team is also a lock as well. The 5th spot is where it gets dicey because you can say the Founding Fathers because they had the belt, but they had the belt going in from last year. And they never looked like the same team as they did prior. Deception, we know Adam and Marisol, they kicked ass, but they did go 1-1, which can be counted against them.
I just really like Deception. Okay,
Agreed.
I don't need a mathematical reason to vote for them.
I will say this. I think that there's a sneaky chance because if we remember at the beginning of this year when everyone was talking about the Pride, everyone was talking about Ben and Rachel and what they were doing, how they were the A team of the Den and how they have been making waves more than Tom and Paul had, how they were getting the matches. I do think that there is a pretty good chance that they end up making this list because of what they did at the beginning of this year.
Yeah, a lot of these people, though, I feel like kind of might fall into that like award show category type or award show problem where things happen in the beginning of the year and other big things happen towards the end and you tend to forget the ones in the beginning. So, I mean, I have a feeling that could happen with a lot of these categories because, I mean, like the Deep 13, like that type of stuff, like that was all early in the beginning of the year and not so fresh in the mind, whereas these teams matches that we just saw in the last couple of months are easier to remember where that's where like things like the Pride, you might lose.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest, anything pre-digital era this season, I kind of just completely forgot about.
That's such a bummer because I would have loved to have seen Real Rejects on here.
Me too. Oh my god! If Real Rejects were on here, I would have voted for Real Rejects.
But from what you're saying, they lie in that line of everything pre-digital. They won 2 matches pre-digital.
Yeah.
And then we didn't see them as a team once digital started.
I would have voted if they were on the list. I probably would have had Real Rejects in my 5.
Same.
Yeah. It's that's what I feel like we're gonna see a lot of that where it's like you can easily make the argument for something like the Pride or Deep 13, but they were so long ago at this point that the newer, fresher matches are what's going to probably push up to the nomination.
Yep.
So, yeah.
All right. Let's see. Let's get to the next one. And that is Rookie of the Year.
Oh.
This list is big, and there's a lot of nominations on the list. There's only going to be 5 of them, obviously, but let me just run through these names real quick. We have Adam Collins, The Barbarian, Ben Goddard, Marisol McKee, Kevin Smith, Robert Parker, Jada Primo, Brett Sheridan, Vinny Mancuso, Chris Jericho, Jen Kemp, Saul, Sean Soley, Clee Wiggins, and Brittany Young. So basically every rookie that we saw this year is on this list, which is fair.
There is not.
Oh, James White's not on here.
James White did not get put on it. Granted, I know people are going to go, well, he's not going to win nomination. That's fine. But he wasn't on
But
the
he
list.
should be on this list over some of the others.
Exactly.
He should be on this list over some of the others.
I mean, if just put everyone like that team. I think it might have just been an but an accident.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's right. James White was on here.
I mean, I think
I voted Sean 7 times.
I did too. I
So-
put Sean
So I think that we know that this category is a lock, like for a win, right?
It's Adam Collins.
Adam Collins is going to end up winning this. So let's take him out of the equation.
Oh, Sabrina's not on the list either.
Sabrina's not on it too.
Oh, good call. Good call.
That's right.
That's a great call.
Nice catch.
Let's take Adam Collins out of this real quick and pick 5 others.
Okay. I had Sean.
Because he's so far ahead after going undefeated in singles, winning the belt, everything like that. So let's pick 5 others outside of Adam Collins that we think that could be nominated other than him.
I voted
Barbarian.
Sean Sullivan. I think Barbarian, Marisol. I think I might have chose Vinny.
Did you go with Goddard or no?
I don't know if I chose Goddard. I think I picked Vinny. It was either Goddard or Vinny Mancuso.
So
with Sean.
So take out Adam and put Sean in that.
Yeah,
essentially. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't vote for Kevin Smith or Jericho.
Sorry, I got to vote for Sean. I like the guy. He's my friend. Gonna vote for him.
He's one of only 3 Star Wars competitors with a winning record. Just throwing that out there.
So taking out Adam, I think Barbarian, Goddard, Marisol, what is that? 3, Sean. To me,
was Frank Moran a rookie this season?
No, he's played before.
Okay, I was going to say I thought he played before.
I'm pretty sure he's played before.
He had a pass match.
Yeah, I think he played just like Ace did before. Ace had the previous matches.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that Jader has a really good chance of being in this nomination list too.
I think he could too.
Because he literally is the definition of like a real rookie.
Yeah.
The guy came out of the audience.
Literally. Yeah.
And he won matches. And he did really well. And he was involved in a trade this year as well. So people wanted him after his match. I think that he would be on the list more so than a Brett Sheridan, more so than a Chris Jericho, more so than a Kevin Smith. If we're doing it logically and really thinking about the award rather than the namesake and what it means to the Schmoedown, I think he's more so involved in the nomination list than a lot of these competitors.
I'm going to be honest. If Kevin Smith or Chris Jericho are one of the 5, I'm not going to be happy.
Yeah, I don't think either of them.
There's no reason Jericho should be on this list.
No.
Or excuse me, not on the list, in the nominations.
Yeah.
There's none. No. Sorry, I'm not. He's 0-2.
He's 0-2.
Sorry.
Yeah.
There's no reason.
Another one too. Andres.
I had Robert Parker on my list too. Okay, I had Robert Parker. I forgot who I voted for.
Yeah, Kevin Smith.
I know Sean Sullivan and Adam Collins. I definitely did.
Well, and we got to keep in mind in this category specifically, the big deal is that going into the season, nobody on this list was talked about outside of Robert Parker.
Yeah,
he was the only person talked about on this entire list
at the beginning.
Yes. At the very beginning, he was the only person. And then throughout the year, that shifted from Robert to Ben Goddard. And then that shifted to the Barbarian. And then it eventually shifted to Adam Collins, where he ended up picking it.
There was a lot of Rookie of the Year shifts this year, for sure.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. I think that there's like a 3 lock, 3 or 4 lock, and that the 4th and 5th spot are kind of like a toss-up between a couple different players.
Yeah. I concur.
All right. Let me just vote for Sean 7 times real quick, and then we'll move on. I know he's in the chat. All right. Comeback Player of the Year. Comeback Player of the Year. Now, again, another big list here that I'm going to read off. We have Ace. We got Zipper, Lon Harris, Liz Shannon Miller, Jeff Snyder, Perry Nemiroff, Chance Ellison, Mark Andreyko, Andrew DeMolanta, Ethan Irwin, Greg Alba, Stacey Howard, John Humphrey, and Mike Kalinowski.
This was the hardest one, I think.
Me too. I distinctly remember voting for Greg Alba. Greg Alba, I voted for.
I'm
voted
pretty
for.
sure Greg was on my list as well.
I voted Ace.
Me too.
Um,
I voted Liz.
Liz, I think I did.
I voted Liz.
Maybe Snyder.
And
maybe Perry.
Yeah,
I
I'm
do not remember at all.
I'm wondering, and there might be a legit reason to this, but I'm wondering why people like Jeff Snyder, Ethan Irwin, and Mike Kalinowski are even on this list. Like, is it because they had such a bad year last year?
Did Kalinowski have a bad year last year? But just because he lost the belt,
that's what I'm saying. Like, why would he be on the comeback player of the year list?
I don't know.
Same with Jeff Snyder and Ethan Irwin.
Because he lost the Inner Geekdom belt and then won the team's title.
Like, I can understand someone like an Ace who
Ace makes 100% sense,
or someone like a Liz
who.
Perry. Or
Ace
Perry and even like a Liz who played last year. She had a rough couple matches, and she ended up winning a lot this year. Greg Alba as well. He played his best year of his entire Schmoedown career, so it makes sense for him to be a comeback player of the year.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why someone like Jeff Snyder, Ethan Irwin, or Mike Kalinowski would be on the list.
I don't either. Yeah, I don't think they should have been.
Yeah, I mean,
because Mike didn't even really have that great of a season this year.
Honestly,
because even he admitted the reason why they won the team's belts was because of chance.
Yeah.
Like,
I honestly
love you, Mike, but he really didn't have the best season.
I honestly don't remember my 5. I know I had Andres and I know I had Perry. I think I voted for Zipper because he did have a good year.
I had Zipper too.
I'm pretty sure I did Liz also.
Zipper played his best year yet.
This was his best. He's if Zipper's not like at least a 3rd round draft pick, I'm gonna be really surprised.
He's getting better and better, and people need to start realizing it.
100%.
I honestly don't know who my 5th was.
I just distinctly remember voting for Greg Alba.
This is exactly why I wanted to bring this up. He was a Player of the Year nominee last year.
Yeah, like
why
I don't
would he be comeback Player of the Year this year? That doesn't really make sense to me.
My only logical thing with that is because he got KO'd for his Inner Geekdom belt, and then
but still, that's like.
Oh no, you lost your one.
Yeah.
You lost your belt. Like, you won the belt last season. Like, so you clearly had a great season last year.
This is also a good point by Brandon. Because of the free agency, he could be a 1st rounder.
Oh, 100%. And that's why I said at least round. Like, he'll definitely be up there. I think people are starting to realize how good he is.
To be honest, I think I might have done what Canada Rocks just said and only picked 4.
I mean, you didn't have to choose 5. You honestly could have picked 1.
I start because I cannot think of for the life of me who my 5th one was. So I think I actually might have only picked 4. Maybe honestly because I probably couldn't decide who my last one was. So
if Snyder beat Collins, he would be a lock for comeback. Only looking at singles. Maybe I would need to see what his record looked like last year. I don't think it was great, but I think it might have been decent.
Leo Zipper was 2-4 this year, but he beat Paul Preston and he took Ethan Irwin to his 5-point question. So
also, didn't he win like 2 matches in IG?
Yes.
See, this isn't just singles comeback. This is like overall comeback player.
Yeah, Zipper had a killer season, and like his losses were against Stacey Howard, who pulled a 5-pointer out of her ass because she's Stacey Howard and she's magic.
It's the only reason why she's on this list.
The only reason why she's on this list was because of that amazing 5-point pull. Like, all of Zipper's losses, really, like, he didn't get annihilated at all this season. He either took it to the 5-point question or, like, so. Oh, just take the thing. Go. Sean's stealing that.
Yeah, I'm looking through it. He had a good year. I mean, it wasn't a winning year, but he played some tough people. I'm like looking through it. He played Mike. He played Ethan.
He played Mike really well too in that IG.
He played Mike well. Yeah.
He took him to the winner, if I'm not mistaken.
That's what I'm saying. Is all of his losses, he still played like really solidly.
Paul, Stacey. I mean, he did TKO Paul, which.
Also, we were talking about Snyder just a little while ago. Narnia had said that he played Paul Yama for the belt last year. So that's why I'm wondering why he's even on this list.
Yeah, there you go.
Doesn't really make sense to me. So, all right. So before we get to our next category, I do want to bring up a couple Streamlabs that we have gotten. This one is from Mr. Will Watson. Thank you, Will, for the donation.
I will.
Just want to roll through and say what's up to the after show of the year in all caps. You all are absolute best and just an awesome group. Hope you guys can continue to rock in 2021. Thank you, Will, so much. Look, after show, it's coming up, obviously, but anybody can win at this point. Anybody can win at this point. And, we'll obviously be happy if we do, but it can go to anybody at this point.
Just who you honestly think is.
And then to your rocking 2021 comment, stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. Announcements will be coming soon. Announcements will be coming soon. We promise. It is coming.
11 days till January, and then
it is coming.
How many days after that?
Stay tuned. And then Ricardo Franco actually just donated $15 without a comment. So Ricardo, thank you.
Ricardo, thank you.
Rick,
if you do have a question, man, just throw it in the chat.
Also, shout out to Ricardo for being epic during the Mario Party stream yesterday. So, cheers, Ricardo.
You retained your crown, huh?
I did retain my crown, and I can officially say that I beat the Damons on my resume. So, it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Guys, if you guys have questions or just comments or anything, you can hit that Streamlabs link. It's in the description below. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. It's Faction of the Year. Can I say something? Why is this even a thing? I was just gonna say I'm wondering why this is even an award.
Why is Faction of the Year? I thought that was just whoever won the faction standings is Faction of the Year. I don't understand.
I just picked the top 5 people.
I think I did too.
I'm pretty sure I just picked the top 5.
I picked the 5 ranked highest. Yeah. So that'd be Corruption, Swag, Rockstars, Finstock, and Mercs. Those are the 5.
Yeah,
that's what I picked. Because Corruption's gonna win.
Yeah,
Brian, that's what I've been looking for, and I don't know.
Why is that not
on the list this year?
And
that
I know
doesn't make sense to me.
I know one Molly Damon is not happy that
doesn't make sense to me personally. That doesn't make sense.
I know her and Adam Witt are not happy that they did not find that category somewhere.
Chuck, I know you're in denial, bud, but you guys lost. You guys lost.
We love you, Chuck. But that's just my thing. I don't understand why this is a category.
Yeah, and Brian just brought up a great point. It needs to be promo of the year.
100%.
It needs to be promo.
Because people worked their butts off making these promos. Nerd Chronic worked his butt off making these promos.
I was just gonna say it's also doing a promo of the year award is also kind of like a nod to Eric, you're killing it, dude. Keep doing the thing.
Yes.
It's an award that's pretty much dedicated to him, but a promo actually wins it because of the people who did the promo.
Well, not to mention the hard work those people. I mean, Coy ran 100 miles.
Coy ran all around LA making his damn promo.
Kevin Smith or Coy Jandrew put his life on the line during COVID to film that. Come on.
I'm stunned that promo of the year is not on here.
I know.
I hope it just shows up or something.
I hope so too.
I'd love without the promos.
Honestly, it could just be a thing where they just decided to who won the promo and they just gave it to that promo instead of letting us know.
As long as
that's fine. As long as it's as long as there's some kind of your promo was great. Here you go.
Yeah.
All right, we have a fun one that's come up next, and that is Feud of the Year. Feud of the Year.
Can I say, when you're done reading these nominations, I want to say one that I wish was on here.
I think I know which one you're going to say, and I'll leave it for you. Yes. Okay, so we have a big list. I'm going to read through them all. So we have Roxy versus Shannon, Shannon versus Winston, Dagnino versus Bateman, Founding Fathers versus Corruption, Chandru versus Smets, Dewberry versus Makuga, Shannon versus Bonnie, Snyder versus Oyama, Roxy versus Winston, Hannah versus Knapsack, Snyder versus Collins, Chandru versus Chance, and Roca versus Irwin. A lot of them. Jill, go ahead. What's the one on here that needs to be on?
There's 2 that need to be on here. One needs to be Brandon Hannah versus everybody, and one needs to be Chandru versus everybody.
Oh, you didn't say the one that I actually want to.
What one was it?
Coy versus Internet.
Coy versus Molly Damon.
Coy versus Internet needs to be on here.
Connection.
Yeah,
it needs to be on here.
That very true.
Koiver's internet connection would have been a good one.
Yes.
That would have been pretty solid.
But no, the everyone's ones are really good points.
Like, because they both went, like, either they went after everybody or like they went after, or everybody went after them. Like,
Okay, actually, Brian, that's a good point. All the Mercs had crap internet for the most part this year. Now that I'm thinking about it, the kid had trouble, Bibbs had trouble. And like, that's honestly that should be the award.
That should be the award.
Versus
Heel of the year, internet
connection.
Yeah.
I think pretty much anything with Shannon in it.
I was just gonna say anything versus Shannon for sure.
Yeah,
I know I had Roxy versus Shannon. I know
that's on lock.
Yeah, I know I had Shannon versus Winston. I had Shannon versus Bonnie. Serious.
Kids
Shannon
versus microphone. COVID versus Schmoedown.
That
should be the award name. COVID versus Schmoedown.
COVID versus Schmoedown.
I know I had Shannon versus Bonnie.
Christian versus digital teams.
Yeah.
Y'all, look at all
guys,
these.
Keep it up. Guys, just keep it up.
Guys, bravo. Look at these bangers. Christian V challenges. Oh my god.
PJ versus competitors.
The internet for player of the year.
Oh my god. These are great. Can we just rewrite all of the feuds and just write these ones in? Goddard versus Bagels.
No, Goddard versus
Goddard versus Birds.
No, it would be Goddard versus Ellis, technically.
Goddard versus Mark Ellis. Oh my god.
Oh, man. That's good. Chuck. Hannah versus the Green Hornet.
Hannah versus the Green Hornet.
Oh, goodness.
Oh my god. Can I just vote for these ones instead of the ones that we got? Because these are Collins versus Airbnb.
He was all over the place. These are some good ones.
Goddard,
I think it's anyone versus Frank.
Okay, I love the ones that we're getting in the chat right now.
Yeah.
Broker versus
Oh my god. Patricio, that was a good one. The 80s.
Bravo, you guys.
Those were good.
You guys were amazing. You guys were amazing.
Good job, you crew.
Good.
Oh my god.
Hannah
Yes. Oh my god, you guys are on fire with us.
Savage.
I can't wait to see
Brad. We see you, Brad.
I can't wait to see it. Oh man.
Good job, View Crew.
Yeah.
Good job, View Crew.
Oh, those were funny.
Took out 4.
That was good.
Really? 5 point? That's interesting.
Oh, there you go. Calling back to the very first match of the year.
Jeez.
Oh,
that.
Oh,
sass.
Sass.
I think Hannah might have won that one. So
I think so.
Okay. Anyway, let's officially here. Officially. Oh, Davlin. Oh,
guys!
Davlin.
Don't make him hate us.
There you go.
Oh, I forgot about that. Feels like last year. Yeah. It's been that long. Jeez.
That was this year.
Tyler, that's been a battle for years. That'll never end. So I know I had 4 in there. Roxy versus Shannon, Shannon versus Winston, Shannon versus Bonnie, Roxy versus Winston because of their L thing. Yeah. And then I think I might have just put Dewberry versus Makuga just because.
I think I might have had Snyder versus Oyama. Was that one of them?
Yeah.
I think I might have had.
If I'm not mistaken, I did Shannon and Roxy, Shannon and Winston, Shannon and Bonnie. I did Dagnino and Bateman.
That's a good one too.
And then I did a Roxy and a Winston. I think those were my 5.
Yeah. They
were very heavy manager because the manager feuds were the best all year.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they were the best. We were like looking forward to them every time, unless it was Koi, because Koi's always too nice to everyone. So
I think even Roxy said, "I'm mean to everybody, but I can't be mean to Koi."
And I will say this too. I would have included Changer and Chance if their Twitter feud happened before Spectacular.
Me too. But it
happened afterwards. So
There was a bit before, but it was like the day before.
Yeah, and then it blew up afterwards.
Yeah.
Because Chandru went after Dan, or a Chance went after Dan, and then Chandru stepped in, and then it spiraled from there. But to that point, like the season is over, so I don't really feel like I should include it.
Mm-mm.
So,
but the View Crew feuds that were growing up in this chat were
I'm clipping that out for sure.
Spot on, guys. Spot on.
Yeah, those were amazing. The quote is, "Hi, Koi."
Hi, Koi.
All right, so let's go and shift to the next one. This one is Manager of the Year. Speaking of managers, again, can be considered a lock, but there's also that slight chance that someone could sneak in due to their managing, like the way they manager, or manage, not manager, the way they manage.
Like grammar.
Yeah, the way they manage. So we have Shannon. I'll just name all the managers. So we have Shannon, Winston, Roxy, Tom, Coy, Kate, Sam, Kaiser, Ken, and Robert Meyer Burnett. To me, I voted for the 5 at the top of the list.
Me too.
Shannon, Winston, Roxy, Tom, and Coy. I did those 5.
I think I replaced Tom with Kaiser.
Actually, you know what? I think I might have done the same thing now that you say that.
I think I had Kaiser instead of Tom, but I had.
I think I might have done that now that you say that.
Shannon, Winston, Roxy, Coy, and Kaiser.
I think I only did.
I'm pretty sure I voted for Kaiser. Yeah,
because I know that Kaiser and the dungeon do study, like the group study sessions. Does Adam Kaiser count?
I think I picked only 4, and I think I picked Shannon, Winston, Roxy, and Coy. I like Coy in there just because I love when he talks to his
Kate
players.
getting some love.
Yeah, Kate. I mean, she does have an awesome fanny pack with lots of stuff.
It does, has a lot of nice
No
snacks.
fanny pack, no longer either.
I know,
Yeah.
no more fanny pack.
But yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm here. I'm honestly curious. I think it's going to come down to Shannon and Winston.
Me too.
But to be completely honest, I think that one's just going to be a coin toss.
The thing is though, there's a lot of Dagnino shills.
Yeah.
So I also would not be surprised if a Dagnino win sneaks in there somehow. But I think it's going to be Shannon or Winston.
I do think that Coy has a slight chance because of the way he manages.
Me too. He's definitely in the contenders for sure.
But I do think that it'll probably come down to Shannon and Winston just because their factions were leading all year long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
we'll see.
All right. Let's move on to the next one, and that is Entrance of the Year. If this is involved, why isn't Promo of the Year?
Where's our promo?
Okay, so Entrance of the Year, we have Zaflirten Flaus versus Kevin Smith. The Real Rejects versus The Pride. Bonnie Somerville versus Marisol McKee.
I voted for that one.
Real Rejects versus Cuckoo's Mess. Shazam versus Final Exam, and Barbarian in the Horror Free-for-All.
All you have to do is eliminate one of them.
Yeah. I don't think I had Barbarian in the free-for-all.
So I did all of them but Barbarian.
Me too.
Sorry, Reefton. We did the Flaus.
We did just because the opening of that was so like it got me pumped up. I was like, okay.
I mean,
you German pop star, you. I voted. I Bonnie. If Bonnie makes it, Bonnie entrance is my number one entrance of the year.
Everybody's going for Bonnie.
Yeah, Bonnie is my entrance of the year.
100%.
I died. I think there is still a piece of me on the floor from when I died. From that entrance.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah. Oh, God, that was the biggest.
And to someone's point to what Gnome said here, I really don't remember Real Rejects' entrances.
That was the one where they all had the masks and all of
yes.
Yeah,
all of the quirky mercs came out. They were all wearing masks, and they had the Guy Fawkes, and someone like took theirs off, and then the other one gave them theirs, and there was another Guy Fawkes mask underneath it, and it was like beautiful. It was solid.
Got it.
I love all of them. Don't think I'll ever see anything like that Bonnie entrance.
No.
Again.
No. It was so good.
That was incredible.
I still want that shirt too. I want that shirt.
All right. going to a big one here with a lot of nominations, probably the biggest one yet, and that is Heel of the Year. Heel of the Year. I'm going to run through these or the ones that can be nominated. So we have Shannon, Chandru, Brennan Hanna, Jeff Steiner, Elliot Dewberry, Roxy Stryer, Laura Kelly, Mike Kalinowski, Ben Bateman, Mark Hoyk, John Roca, Adam Collins, Ben Goddard, Tom Dagnino, Zaflirten Flaus, and Grace Hancock.
I put Shannon.
100%.
I put Shannon, Chandru, Brandon.
I did too. I put Shannon.
I'm pretty sure I put Laura.
And
Same.
Laura, I put.
Same. I put Roxy.
I think I might have put Roxy, or maybe I think I might have done Snyder.
I think Snyder, and Snyder was my.
I did Snyder instead of Roxy.
Yeah, I did Laura instead of Roxy.
I really hope Hannah is in the 5 because
Oh,
people always forget about Hannah, but everyone hates Hannah, and there's a reason. It's because he's such a good heel.
I mean, when the whole digital started, he kind of was like the one everyone was hating on because he was being such an asshole. But so I will be very upset if he does not even get nominated in that.
Goddard and Grace.
Really, Sean?
Interesting.
He's got to choose his den mates. He's got to choose the den.
Reefton, that's the point, though. It's like someone used to say. I remember someone said it. I think it was actually the actor that played Joffrey in Game of Thrones. You know you're doing a good job if you absolutely hate that character. Mm-hmm. And people do not like Brandon Hanna. So, I mean...
Brandon Hanna is basically the Joffrey of the Schmoedown.
So, yeah, it's... Yeah.
I think it's definitely... I don't know if Dagnino would be... I don't see I never saw Dagnino as, like, a heel.
I could see him being nominated, but I don't see him winning.
I don't know. I don't think Dagnino would win.
I definitely see Chandru, Shannon, and Laura as 3 in there for me personally.
Yeah.
I see Brandon in there because of what he did at the beginning of Digital, being the 4th. And then the 5th is like a toss-up between Jeff Snyder, Roxy Stryer, maybe an Elliot Dewberry because his turn was so weird.
Was Elliot a heel? I think the whole point of Elliot's character this season was that why am I on this heel team?
Sorry, did I miss something? When did Zaflirten Flaus?
I know, why is Zaflirten Flaus a heel?
Yeah, I don't know. What was he doing?
I found him very enjoyable.
I think it's because we were laughing so hard we weren't even listening to what he was saying. He might have been
he did have a couple sassy replies, but I didn't ever consider him.
Wow, that comparison.
Ooh, I kind of dig that comparison though. I forgot that there is also Ramsey Bolton, who is
he's the worst.
Who's there? I forgot that there's someone who trumps Joffrey.
Yeah, but yeah, this one's gonna be hard.
This one could go a lot of different ways.
It really can. I think this one might be one of the more up in the air ones.
Shannon is definitely Cersei. Shannon is definitely Cersei.
Yeah, remember, Sean? They're heels.
They're heels.
Oh, he said it was being sarcastic. That one flew right over my head.
I wish they would have told us.
Yeah.
Where's that post of being heels?
Okay, so Babyface of the Year. Again, a massive, massive category here. So we have The Kid, Kevin Smith, Coy Jandrew, Ace, Bibbs, Winston, Perry, Liz, Dan, Brittany Young, Paul Oyama, Lon Harris, Alex Damon, Mark Andreyko, Brett Sheridan, Gray Drake, Andrew Guy, and Kate Mulligan.
Why is Kate Mulligan on here?
And why is Andrew Guy on here?
Kate and Guy aren't baby faces.
Yeah.
So
I think I'm pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure I did Brendan, Coy, Ace, Winston.
I didn't put Winston.
You know what? It was either Winston or Perry, and then Liz.
Winston would get sassy, so I didn't have Winston as a babyface. I put Brendan, Coy, Alex Damon, because we've talked about this. Alex Damon going heel is you played a great game, and like it's Alex. I think I put Liz. I might have put Kevin Smith. I think maybe.
I put Coy, Andres, Perry.
No, I think I put Andres. Oh, maybe did I put Perry? Oh, I don't remember.
Liz, and I think Lon was my last one.
And then I forget. Yeah, I think that sounds like me. I don't know if I put Dan though.
Davlin,
No,
Bibbs is on this list. Bibbs is on this list.
I think I might have had Bibbs on mine.
I kind of feel like Coy gets this.
I think he might.
I think so too.
I think there's a high chance where he wins this.
I think it's a toss up between Coy and the kid.
Yeah, because they're just like too likable. You can't say anything bad to him.
Yeah.
Or Perry.
Like
Or
even
Perry.
didn't Shannon literally say I can't say anything mean to Coy? Didn't she
I think
say
Roxy did.
I think
that? Was it Roxy?
Yeah.
Okay. It was one of them. I know it was one of them. Okay.
But one of them was like, I literally can't say anything mean about Coy Chandru.
Honestly,
like,
you know what should have been a category is background pet of the year.
Yes.
That's so true.
It's true. That's why I voted for him, because he's a precious little baby and we love him.
Yeah, he is literally the baby face.
He is the baby face. Yeah. I think it's a toss up between Coy and the kid.
He's just Dan.
Yeah,
He's just
honestly,
Dan.
He's
just
just
Dan.
Dan.
That's just Dan.
Yes, yeah. Next category is moment of the year. Moment of the year. So we have Merle versus Collins post interview. So a spectacular post interview. For those of you who have not seen the spectacular yet, we won't say anything spoiler wise. It comes out in a few weeks. Shannon drafts Dewberry. Merle disbelief says I won when beating Bateman after a 6-point comeback. Lon crashes team match he wasn't in. Bibbs and Draco having touching moment in post interview spectacular. Again, we won't reveal anything. Kevin Smith gives Jericho Kevin Smith movies. Guy discovers the Schmoedown. Chandru wins IG title, shares moment with Winston. Mara returns. The Flouse takes over for Brett. Stacy guesses Anthony Hopkins to take over Zipper, and Guy gets abducted.
That was my 5. Was Stacy.
That was your 5. He named them all.
Stacy's 5-pointer.
Kaka needs to be on here. Kaka.
Stacy's 5-pointer. The Dan Collins post interview. Shannon drafting Dewberry, because that just started corruption's complete domination heel.
If you were at the award show, that
oh my god, it was
chaos.
Fire.
Chaos.
That's a good. I mean that's kind of in there. On Outlaw, I didn't see that, so I'm not sure.
It was Chandru and Roca. I didn't watch it. I know.
So that can't be included because it's not involved in Schmoedown. That's outside of it happen. So.
I forgot what my other 2 were, but I counted them out.
Mine, I did Merle vs. Collins post interview.
I did that.
Shannon drafts Dewberry.
Yep.
I did Mara.
I had Mara.
I believe I did Merle's disbelief.
Stacy I had.
And I did Stacy.
I did
because that moment was effing.
That moment was insane.
That was crazy.
I'm pretty sure I did. I know I did Shannon drafts Dewberry because that's a memory I will literally have for the rest of my life. Absolutely.
Dewberry was standing right next to us,
Yeah.
and we were yelling at each other.
Makuga was the table next to mine, basically, and then oh my god, that was great.
We were behind you.
I will say there is a moment on here that I wish was on here because Stacy's 5-point poll is on here. I wish Adam Witt's 5-point poll. I wish Adam Witt's 5-point poll was on here.
Dolte Dauphine.
Oh,
if Stacy's on here, Adam should be on.
It took away Sean's TKO, but that poll was so good.
If Stacy's guess is on here, then Adam's should be on here as well.
Yeah, I think Adam's 5-point poll should be on here.
I agree.
I think I only voted for 3, and that was Shannon drafting Dewberry, Lon crashes the team match he wasn't in, and Stacy guessing Anthony Hopkins.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might have been the only one. Harold the Owl, yeah.
That's a good one too. Winston giving Roxy the L.
Yeah.
That was good.
There's a lot of good ones, but it's this one can really go any way. I feel like something from Spectacular might take it.
Yeah.
Probably.
More than likely the Merle Collins or Mara, because the Mara thing was pretty massive. Like that was pretty big.
That was huge.
But there could be that sneaky one in there that shows up, like a Shannon drafting a Dewberry that started this whole season off.
That's what I want.
That one's probably my.
That's the one I want.
Because it was the most shocking, and I don't know if they take this into account, but for those of you watching who don't know, and the story's been told multiple times, but Shannon literally walked up to Harloff and said, "Watch this."
Yeah.
And then drafted. Him. So that kind of plays into the whole idea. Like it was a total plan to do this, and she pulled it off like the most badass you possibly could.
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
Boss ass, you know what?
Yeah, it was great.
All right, let's go and get to the next one here. Let me just put these in.
Heel team of the year.
All right, heel team of the year. So we have Corruption, The Pride, Deception, Odd Couple, Category 9, The Experiment, and The Butcher Boys. To me, there's only 3 or 4 on here that should be on this list. That should be nominated. The 5th one, it'll be a toss-up to whoever gets in there with the most votes. It's Corruption, Deception, Odd Couple, then The Pride, like a couple spaces down, and then a couple more spaces down is either Category 9 Experiment or The Butcher Boys.
I only put Corruption, Deception, and Odd Couple.
I think I only picked 3 for this one too. They're heels.
That kind of disqualified
They're
it.
heels. That was such a funny moment though.
Yeah.
I'm honestly kind of surprised they kept it. Like, and they didn't edit that out, but it was so good.
See, a lot of people are going with The Pride.
Yeah. People love The Pride. People love The Pride.
Ooh, Category 9. Interesting, Brian. Interesting.
Why? Because Brandon Hannah's just on
Brandon
it.
Hannah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it seems like this is the 4.
That's
like this is the 4.
Works for me.
So,
yeah, I'll take those.
Did they edit out we're heels?
Oh, apparently it is.
They did. They edited that out. They edited out we're heels.
Apparently it is.
Well, we'll always have the memory.
Is Odd Couple a heel though? Snyder certainly is, but I don't think Andrenko fits there.
I think Snyder is such a heel that it just kind of evens out. Andrenko gets sassy though. Andrenko does get a little
sassy moments. Yeah.
I feel like Corruption is definitely a heel.
Corruption is 100% a heel.
I see Corruption being a heel. I don't see them winning it.
No, I don't think so either.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I don't think they were heely enough to win.
That's why we don't know.
Oh, really?
That's right.
I didn't know that. Okay. Interesting.
In between.
I think they are tweeners.
Good point.
Because Snyder definitely kind of pulled back a little bit on his heelness, at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Agreed.
All right, Babyface Team of the Year. We have Shazam, Final Exam, Witching Power, Real Rejects, Founding Fathers, Rogue 2, and Tom and Paul.
I think I had the first 4.
I believe I did too.
I did too.
And I think just for the sake of it to throw 5 in there, I think I threw the Founding Fathers in there because they were titled.
I think I put Tom and Paul.
Yeah, I put the Founding Fathers because they had the belt.
For me to call him a babyface.
Who is?
Roka.
Yeah.
That's fair. I mean,
he gets a little too sassy. Dan is, but I almost kind of feel like you know how we just talked about Odd Couple being like, are they really heels? That's how I am with Founding Fathers. There's clearly one. Yeah. So I mean, Dan is clearly a babyface, but Roka gets sassy and fired up and stuff. So I don't know. When I think of babyface, I think just pure niceness, funny.
The Mercs. That's what I picture.
Real Rejects, Witching Power.
They're not a babyface, Brian.
The
They
Misfits.
they played the Witching Power, and the Witching Power was the babyface in that.
Oh yeah, Zip and Wit were
yeah,
heels.
they're heel. They're heel.
Yeah, they were trying to be mean to Perry. Zipper was like, "I'm mean to Perry, but Haley, but I can't say anything mean about her and stuff like that." So no,
they tried.
Yeah, it's
anything that has babyface in it just goes to the Mercs.
Is a Mercs.
Basically, yeah. Basically.
New team of the year: Final Exam, Deep 13, Tom and Paul, The Pride, Cuckoo's Mess, The Witching Power, and Deception. So Jill, I know you want to pick Deception.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is going to be a lock for Final Exam.
I think so too. But Deception could get sneaky because people love Deception, like me, who will obviously maybe you still probably vote for Deception. But Deception, Final Exam for sure on there.
Yeah.
I think that is pretty solid.
This I mean, this is probably the 5 right here.
I think that's probably the 5.
That's the 5 I would pick, but to me it's almost not even a point to try to pick 5 because I would be shocked if anyone but Final Exam wins this.
Yeah.
So. It's interesting because going into this year, the team that everybody was talking about was Tom and Paul, and they had such a disappointing year.
Yeah,
they're not even they're to me they're nowhere near taking this on this.
I don't think Paul Preston won a single match this season.
He didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, they self-imploded.
Okay, we got the big one here. We got the match of the year. This is obviously the one that comes with 10 nominations. We're just going to talk about a bunch of them, kind of run through them. We may get 10 guys commenting. Everyone commenting. You guys can try to throw 10 in there if you want to.
Or just the one you think is going to win. It's less typing.
Yeah, you can just throw a couple in there. The 3 that you think have the best chance. So we have Merle versus Collins, Merle versus Bateman 1, Odd Couple versus Final Exam in the tournament, Demolanta versus Scrimshaw, Demolanta versus Ace, Corruptions versus Founding Father for the title, Merle versus Bibbs versus Kid to start the year off, Merle Bateman 2, Merle Irwin, Odd Couple Shazam at Spectacular, Smith and Jericho, Howard and Zipper, Ace and Kelly, The Kid and Collins, Ellison and Kalinowski, Ellison and Parker, Oyama Snyder, Irwin Roca, Makuga Dewberry, Odd Couple Deception, Marisol Bonnie, Bibbs Barbarian, and Miller versus Bibbs.
I definitely put Marisol Bonnie on my list because I've said it multiple times that was one of my favorite matches this year.
Mine.
So I definitely voted for that one for sure.
I don't remember exactly what I voted for the first time, but being 10 matches, I wouldn't be surprised if it's on my list.
I definitely had it on my list because I remember I was distinctly looking for it. I was like Marisol and Bonnie, and it was there, so I was happy and I voted for it.
Wow, there you go. Those
Stacey
are 2 matches that
Zip are your top 2. Interesting.
That's
I might have
good,
had.
man.
I don't know if I had Stacey and Zip. I might have. Merle versus Collins. I definitely did. Bateman versus Merle 1. I had.
Demolanta Scrimshaw's up there. I'm honestly I'm kind of surprised by that.
My thing with Demolanta, I don't think I had Demolanta Scrimshaw because
I didn't have it because it was boring.
It was a lot of points, but it was
too perfect.
It was boring. Like there was nothing like. Yeah, I don't know. That was
I have Merle versus Collins, Merle versus Bateman, Demolanta versus Cabrera versus Kelly, and Marisol versus Bonnie. That's the ones I have. I picked 5.
So I did Merle Collins. I did Odd Couple Final Exam. I did Ace versus Demolanta. Corruption Founding Fathers. Merle Bateman 2. Odd Couple Shazam. I did Howard. I did Stacey and Zipper. I love that match.
I don't know if I put that. I might have, but I don't remember.
Ace and Laura. And then from there, I think I did. Brendan and Adam for sure. And then from there, it's just toss up whatever's left. But there's a couple I did. I think that's like 7 or 8 of them.
It's not that drama is better than accuracy because the Adam Collins, the Kid match I thought was great, and that went into some overtime. It was just that the Demolanta Scrimshaw match, it was just there was no like personality in it.
Well, and Dim Alonso tried to bring as much as he could to it, but Scrimshaw is like such like a you can't talk crap to Scrimshaw.
You can't like Scrimshaw.
You can't.
Yeah.
Like he has no reaction to it.
No, it doesn't face him at all.
And then like we had talked about, the match literally went perfect, and then it ended. He got the answer right, but it wasn't
as
technical
perfect.
enough.
Yeah,
it wasn't to the T of an answer.
I understand why people will put it as one of the matches of the year, but for me, it was great. Like I thought it was great that they basically had a perfect game. Like even Scrimshaw basically had a perfect game, but it was just it wasn't like exciting to me. I was kind of bored by it, to be honest.
Is that the Perry Kalinowski match? Right?
What?
That she came back from 10
Was it that one, or was it Zip and Wit that she came back?
Yeah, it might have been the Misfits one. Sarger, let us know which one you're talking about. Oh, wait, here we go. Witching Power versus who was there 13 points back? Versus Misfits.
Yeah.
That's true. That's very true.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and here's a good point too. The match ended on a challenge.
Yeah.
It wasn't an exciting end.
No.
That's true.
And on a challenge, which like
good point here. This is the one that I kind of hope wins too.
That one I think is my I think for my number one is Collins versus Merle, but I think Ace de Milanta is definitely.
There was 8,000 people watching that match.
Not surprised.
Holy really? Jesus.
Jeez.
My God. Okay.
Jeez Louise.
All right. And then the final one here is podcast of the year. And we just want to make sure that
maybe that thing has 26,000 views.
Yeah, 8. That's ridiculous. That's crazy. I had no idea. The final one here is Schmoedown After Show, and we hope that everyone gets the love in this one, that you guys spread the love here on this voting. Obviously, we're all one big community inside the Schmoedown and After Show community. Actually, that's not the last one. We do have one more after the podcast. Or a couple more, excuse me. Yeah. So after the podcast one is Inner Geekdom Player.
Vote for who you honestly want. Like it's not. We just have fun doing this.
We just have way too much goddamn fun.
Yeah, Brian, we're getting to those. Those are up next. You're correct. I don't know why they weren't up front with the singles player.
Yeah, weird.
It's weird how it's
because Inner Geekdom and Star Wars are two different ones now.
Yeah, it's weird why they're placed at the end. So we have Inner Geekdom Player of the Year. So we have Chandru, Chance, Mike, Brandon, Hannah, Kevin Smets, John Humphrey, Greg Alba, Janine the Machine, Jen Kemp, Alex Damon, Eric Zipper, Robert Parker, and the Barbarian.
So this one I had trouble with because Chandru won the belt, which is arguably
he won the belt and retained the belt.
Yeah, to me that's incredible. Like I'm not going to discredit that. Chance did run through 4 players in a tournament,
and he beat Mike.
And he beat Mike Kalinowski.
And Mike. So
and Robert Parker.
Yeah. So I'm kind of torn on that one, honestly.
I think I put these 4, and then I
did too.
I think I could be mistaken. I think I put Greg Alba.
Oh, I did too. I put Greg in there.
I think I threw him in as my 5th because he played so well against Mike.
He did. I put Greg Alba in there too.
Yeah. Chance did not have an easy way, but what Chandru did is pretty beyond impressive.
I think for me, it's definitely between Chandru and Chance.
I see this going more so to Chandru, unlike the Star Wars, which won't go to Alex. This one will go to Chandru.
It shouldn't go to Alex.
Yeah, this one I think will go to Chandru no matter what.
Yeah,
because he retained.
And he beat Smets. That's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
I honestly would probably lean like 60-40 Chance, but Chance did do 60-40 Chandru, but Chance did some amazing stuff this year too.
Yep. That's what we're talking about.
Exactly.
That's exactly what we're talking about.
Kevin is obviously no slouch, so even him taking that one over Kevin was freaking impressive.
Yeah. So
Like the only reason why Kalinowski beat Kevin was because Kevin had a brain fart, like 100%. But yeah, it's
nice, Canada, nice.
The award is chosen. It's definitely between Chandru and Chance.
Yes.
It's just however people want to interpret it. It's either, do I want to pick the guy who steamrolled in the Inner Geekdom tournament, or do I want to pick the guy who won and retained the belt? So it's going to come between those two mindsets.
More than likely it'll be Chandru, but
yeah. I agree with Brian. 60-40. It's probably going to Chandru.
Yeah.
All right, shifting to the other division here, we got Star Wars Player of the Year. So we have Ace, Alex, Laura, Demolanta, Scrimshaw, Sean, Adam, Molly, Josh Cavedo, and Ken Knapsack. I will say this: I didn't vote for Alex. I didn't vote for him at all because,
I might have.
And I know some people will completely disagree, and I get that he won the belt and he made it look really easily, but he only played one match.
Mm-hmm.
He only played one match, and to me, for what Ace did in the tournament was big.
Yeah.
What some other players did during the year as well was big. And, we have to keep in mind that the Star Wars tournament was also live. It's not edited like everything else. It was all back-to-back within weeks of each other. That's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And Ace had no one picked Ace in any match. Nothing.
Yeah.
Not a single match. No one picked Ace. So I did Ace, Laura, Demolanta, Sean, and Molly. Those are the 5 I did.
I think so. I think I did the same.
I went Andres, Demolanta, Sean, and Molly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But
you didn't do Laura, Brian?
She only played one match. 2.
Laura?
You should play 2.
She went 1-1.
That's fair.
So
that's fair.
As much as I'd love her to death, but I mean, to be honest, there's honestly no point in this one because if anyone,
this is Ace's award.
Yeah,
this is Ace's award, and I again don't want to speak for Alex, but Alex would want this one to go to Ace too.
Yeah, I mean,
he went 5-1. He went 5-1.
Yeah,
most players don't even reach that record in Star Wars.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, he literally was undefeated until playing Alex.
Yeah.
So I mean,
this is 100% Ace's award, and I hope people see that and don't. Because does Alex not deserve it? Of course he deserves it. He's been defending his belt since all of eternity. But in this season, in this instance, this 100% belongs to Ace. And I hope people realize that and don't just do who currently has the belt. Click. Like I hope people actually really think it through a little bit. So I think this is Ace's award, and he 100% deserves it.
So Shepard, I totally understand where you're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
I totally get it. But Alex only played once.
Yeah.
I understand that it's hard to understand that point of view. I get it. But not including the championship match, which Ace had a hard time. Alex had he didn't have an easy time, but he beat him. He flat out beat him, and he beat him good.
And I will say, really, the only reason why it was that match was rough for Ace was because the betting round. He bet 3, Alex bet 3, and then it was all of a sudden a 6-point difference.
Yeah.
So it really was that one question.
I mean, he beat almost half the Star Wars division.
Well, and I want to say to what Shepard is saying, Ace beating Demolanta was a big deal because everyone was expecting Demolanta to do to Ace what Alex did to Ace.
Mm-hmm.
That's what everyone was expecting. And also the entire tournament, they expected Laura to do that to Ace.
Yeah.
Okay. Ace had a chance in the play-in match, and then the match with Ken, it was a toss-up. People were going back and forth. The second that match ended, Ace had no chance in everybody's mind up against Laura and up against anybody else in the tournament.
Mm-hmm. And
he still won. And he played well. He had a perfect game against Laura.
Yeah.
A perfect game. He had to win with a perfect game. And that's a big deal. Again, and I know it's weird for me, but the technical side of it, the fact that he did it live, they're live matches. They're played within a month and a half of each other. He played 4 matches in a month and a half.
Yeah.
That's a big deal to me.
It was literally a match a week.
Mm-hmm. That's a big deal to me personally.
Yeah. But like I said, I can also I can understand why people would also vote for Alex, but It's the same thing with the whole Chandru. It's like, do I pick the guy who dominated in the tournament, or do I pick the guy who retained the belt? You know, so it's gonna be those two same mindsets here. Yeah, I mean,
it's fair. And I would not be surprised if most people are with you on this one.
no, yeah, and it's not like it's a complete 100% valid viewpoint.
I will say this.
I wouldn't go that far, Cluner.
I don't know about that.
I will say this. Had Ace played Alex the week after he beat DeMonta, I would have been a lot more scared for Alex.
Yeah.
I think the break 100% killed him.
Me too.
Yeah. So I think if that train would have kept going, we could be possibly seeing a different outcome right now. I am willing to almost bet anything he wouldn't have been TKO'd.
He wouldn't. I don't think he would have either.
So, yeah, I don't know. I pick Ace personally.
I do too, but I see why people would also pick Alex, but again, I don't want to speak for Alex, but I think Alex would say too.
Plus, he pulled that parking violation one.
That was insane.
Well, and what Junior said, Alex, and that's the question Alex said he didn't know.
Yeah.
But again, that question was given Ace. We don't know if that question would have been given to Alex anyway.
Yeah.
So let's see. What does he have? All I could think during the Star Wars match is that I wish there were like the NBA Finals where it was a best of 7 because Andrew would have won and he would have had a classic and spectacular. I mean, maybe, but that's not how the Schmoedown works, though. That's just not how it works. You know, you get one chance, and then DeMonta's going to have another chance here very soon, depending on what happens with Laura versus Molly, and then what Alex decides on who he wants to face. So that'll be coming very soon as well. But yeah, that's all the awards. That's all the nominations, or the nominations for the nominations, I should say.
Oh, that's right. We don't even have the official nominations.
Yeah, and again, to everybody watching, the official nominations come out tomorrow, from what I understand. Yes, Brian, thank you. And it is official. There's no nominations for this one. Kevin Smets will be getting the Yodi Award this year. He will be getting the Yodi Award, so that there's no ballot for that one. It's going straight to Mr. Kevin Smets, and for rightfully so on that one.
Agreed. I don't know what else you want me to say.
No, you guys are fine.
I concur.
Well, any thoughts on the awards, guys, before we move forward?
Where's promo? Give me promo.
Yeah, where's promo of the year? Dang it. We want promo of the year.
So
hopefully we see it. Hopefully we do see it.
I hope so.
Yeah. Maybe it's behind the scenes thing, so who knows?
I'm excited though to see what this plays out. I definitely blessed you.
Thank you.
I definitely want to make a list. What do you call it? Not a list, but to see a bracket to see if we pick all the right ones and whatnot.
We should do a Super Bowl bracket. Like pick numbers.
I mean,
if you're in charge of it, I don't want to do it.
If you're in charge of it.
We're all gonna have the same picks anyway, probably. So it doesn't matter.
Probably. I'm just sad it's not gonna be live again this year.
I know. Yeah, that was gonna be a bummer.
Yeah, it's airing on a Tuesday. It'll be a Tuesday, January 15th. And actually, have we been told that it's not live?
I'm assuming it's gonna be pre-taped.
So I'm
on a Tuesday.
Because then they would have to have all the nominees sitting in the weight room. I'm assuming it would be pre-taped. It makes more logistical sense.
Yeah, no. I totally get it. I figured that they could do maybe the major awards were live and they had pre-recorded stuff for the other things that they could do to bring people into the rooms.
Yeah.
Play. Leo says Friday, January 15th. You're thinking of the 19th still.
Yeah. Me? No, not me.
The 19th is the Tuesday.
Oh shit! I was looking at December earlier. Sorry, guys.
Is it a Friday?
It is.
Remember
a Friday.
Yeah, it's a Friday.
It's a Friday.
Guys, I'm all over the place today. That's my fault. I was looking at December's calendar. You're right, Leo. That's why you're here, bud. January 15th, Friday.
Leo, always here for the correct answer.
Friday the 15th. So that leaves open the possibility of it being live. Just
Ooh,
saying.
I might take that day off then if it's live.
That leaves open the possibility of leaving live, and I will just say, also to that point, stay tuned for January 16th on POV.
What's the 6th?
Oh, okay. Just drop the freaking date.
I'm not dropping anything.
I was like, wait, what's the 16th?
I'm not dropping anything. We're going to be doing an award breakdown.
Mhm.
With our award sitting right next to it. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yes, so January 15th is a Friday, guys. Thank you so much for that.
Thanks
yes,
everyone who
Canada
knows
Rocks.
our
I do.
calendars. We appreciate you.
I very much need an old man nap. You are absolutely correct on that.
I also need a nap. I'm tired last night.
And then, as announced by Harloff as well, January 22nd is the end of free agency. It's where everybody has to officially be signed. The 3 keepers have to be officially signed by that date. And then the week after is the draft. And so we'll see everybody signed to that point on January 29th. I don't know if that one's going to be live or not. I'm not sure. I would imagine the draft is going to be live. It would make the most sense if it was live. But we'll see.
Again, it's like it's a logistics thing. Like you got to figure out how to have all these people in a room together. So, I mean,
unless Christian just does like the pick is in and the den has selected.
Well, I mean, but technically,
it could be a rundown thing.
But technically, you have 2 hosts and you have 8 managers. That's 10 people in the room.
Yeah, I guess you could do that.
Logistically, it would work on StreamYard if they did do that way.
That's true. You just couldn't have like the players there.
Yeah.
It has to be live because otherwise it'll get spoiled on backstage. You're not wrong.
That was a good one. That was clever and accurate.
That's funny.
All right. Well, before we get out of here, I do want to thank all of our amazing patrons that we have here on the channel. If you guys are interested in joining anything POV Patreon wise, you guys can hit that link in the description. We have a watch along that's coming up tomorrow. We're doing a holiday watch along of Klaus on Netflix. 3 of us have never seen it. Jill is the only one who has ever seen it, and so it's going to be a fun watch along. So if you're interested in that, that's only $2 a month. You get to join us for a watch along, guys, and you also get an extra reaction a month for that tier. You can check out everything that we have going on there. We also do after show hangouts, which will be happening next week after Christmas for you patrons. So stay tuned for that as well. All right, crew. Brian, why don't you let everyone know where they can find you online?
Be a Volcino on Twitter and Instagram.
And Jill? It's just always so funny. It's always so simple, and you're just like, yeah, be a Volcino on Twitter and Instagram.
I mean, it hasn't changed, so find me there.
It's not a bad idea.
Maybe.
It's not a bad idea.
Maybe. Well,
Christian
it'll just all be promos. It'll just be promos.
Yeah, maybe we create our own awards. That'd be fun.
It'll just be promo awards. But you can find me on Twitter and Instagram, Julie Marie, 2 Y's, 2 E's. Usually posting random pictures and talking shit on people. Yeah.
We are on Schmoedown POV on Twitter. Streamlabs link, Patreon link. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram, Qui-Gon Jake, 2 N's because someone else took it before I did. Again, if you're interested in doing a watch along with us, join us tomorrow, Wednesday or on Monday, for a watch along of Klaus on Netflix. Yes, you can also follow Brian and myself on Apocalypse Movies weekly.
Just me.
Just Brian weekly. He's over there twice a week doing his stuff.
We're also all on the Pajukin sometimes.
I am not an official Pajukin member, so don't throw me into this. Just saying.
I'm in the credits, so I guess I am. Promo for the managers. Oh.
I love Pajukin, but
we love a good Pajukin.
No one's put me in that official category. So
one last thing before we get out of here, guys, because we won't have a show the rest of the week officially. Everyone have a great great Christmas, happy holidays, all that good stuff. We will be back next Sunday for more stuff, probably to cover some more free agency stuff and to do something else in the world of POV. And then again, look out for stuff coming on POV in 2021. We have some really cool things planned. We are very, very excited about it, and we can't wait to talk about it.
Dropped.
I didn't drop anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
I just dropped this cookie on the floor. Oh no!
I didn't drop anything.
Okay.
For POV, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us as usual, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye.